Hey yo, what's good, what's good? It's your boy Kutlo Machane, aka K Manada, aka Katlo Nadi, aka Slang Gang. You know what it is? It is the Chit Chat Show, man. I'm with the biggest man, the coolest man to ever do it, man. His name is none other than Cavin Lari. What's good, my G?
That's what's up, that's what's up.
Away. Tell the people who you are, dog, and what you do and everything. But first, who you are.
It's your boy Cavin Lari, Kevin One Pula, all the way from the streets, the hood straight. I'm your commercial model, and yet I am an upcoming recording artist going all out in Afro pop or representing beat up to the world. Yeah.
Away, you had it from himself, man. So tell me, my G, where you grew up, man. How was your family background coming up, man?
As growing up, I grew up in Francistown, and as a young man, I grew up in a natural Setswana background. Nothing much, nothing fancy.
Okay,
Yeah.
both parents in the family, everything good?
Okay, fine. I was groomed up by my father since I lost my mother at a very tender age.
R.I.P. your lady.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope, my G. So tell me where you schooled.
Alright, I schooled my whole entire life in Francistown. I did my primary school to senior in Francistown, yeah.
That's dope.
I did my primary school in primary, and then I went on to do my junior in Dashata Junior Secondary School, and I went to my senior school in Shashe River School, yeah.
Shashe River School, it is. Okay, my G.
Shout out.
Alright, so what type of student were you? What type of child were you when you're growing up? Why I'm asking this is, were you somehow affected by not having your mom in your life or anything like that? Or it fueled you in a way or whatever? That's why I'm asking you this question.
Okay, fine. In terms of losing my mom, it didn't affect me that much that I was aware.
Okay.
Because by then I was so young to realize what was going on. You know, when my mother passed on.
How old were you?
I was actually 8 years old.
You're pretty young.
Yeah. Well, it was something that I could understand that, there is a funeral ongoing, for my mother, but to what capacity I couldn't get the idea, emotionally. So it was just fine. And growing up, being groomed by my father, it was something encouraging for me because as a boy child, I was always looking up to him.
He was your role model.
Yeah, my motivation was always close by. So I kept on going.
You kept on going.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's dope. And then your relations with other people, your students, the people you were playing with, how was that?
Okay, fine. Me relating with other people, other students or other kids as I was growing up, it was never a problem because personally I'm an introvert. I go out, I share my feelings, I show my colors, my potential. So I was always outgoing, interactive, making friends. I like fun. I love fun and playing a lot and engaging in many things.
Okay. And your academics, you're killing it for sure.
Academically, I would say it was never been a problem because what I can say is that, like I told you, I like being engaged. I like being engaged. I like being adventurous. So it was part of the adventure for me to actually go and learn in class away from the home environment of everyday chores. So for me, going to school, fitting in between sports, co-curricular activities, was never been a problem for me. All of it was fun, so I was juggling well.
So school was like recreational area for you.
It was like it was more throughout my life. All I can say is that from primary, because I didn't go to kindergarten, so from primary to senior school was kindergarten.
Okay.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
That's dope stuff, man. That's dope stuff. And then when you completed from your senior school,
Okay,
did you
fine.
pass and go to varsity?
Yeah, I took a fair 41 points in my senior school. Yeah, it was amazing, but not shocking because I knew in me, this thing is not hard for me. Since I was doing it, I was doing triple sciences, and yet at the same time I was playing every sport at school, even at senior school. Like gymnastics, I played basketball, I played soccer, so it's a whole lot of.
Hey, those kids, but they're
and a lot of fun again at school.
And a lot of fun. Yeah, those people are fun to be around.
I had a lot of people looking up to me.
Were you like a prefect or anything of that sort?
Yeah, all the way from my junior school Form 1 until my Form 5. Always being the prefect, switching between SRC and prefect. Roles like that. Yeah, so
that's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah, amazing stuff.
And then that's when you came to GAPS after completing for
coming
to your tertiary.
That's when now
was it your first ever time coming to GAPS when you completed your Form 5, or the place that you frequently visited from Francistown?
Yeah. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Me coming to Gaborone after Form 5 was not the first time. Because initially the grandmother to my father so Jiwawa has always been like a second place for me. It's more like like another second home for me, because GWest was always the place that I would always come. I always mingle them up and that's why now I was inspired a lot now for music, because when I met with my cousins this side, most of them never been. I had the other one who had been and Peasy. So all those things need to motivate. And by that time I get about 1, get about 2 or 3.
When you cousin
4.
was dancing.
Okay.
That's dope. And then when were you bit by the creative bug?
Bit by the creative bug? That's a good question. For me, creativity has always been in my blood. That's what I can say. Because there's nothing like I've seen somebody doing this and then I wanted to do it. I've always did it. Ever since I remember the first time I started running for school, I started 2. And a junior man, I started 4 up to 5. Standard 2.
Okay.
And I felt like I can do this, but then my teachers would tell me, hey, you're too small, but yet I would outrun those niggas back when they were 2B. Yeah.
Whoa.
So
okay.
It was something that was always in me. Now when I went to go standard 3, 4, by then I
okay.
Because I started more drumming. I remember when I was in standard 3, that was the first time I joined a drama. I joined a school choir.
Would you join because you love it? Not
because I saw somebody.
Because the teachers are saying.
Or maybe my teacher or my friend is singing. Initially myself.
Okay.
Not even going with friends. Alone.
It
was like a passion that I did secretively alone. Like when I went for a drama class, I wasn't inviting my friends. I was going alone because I knew funny, negative. When I went for singing, I went to tell them I'm singing. They would just see me I was doing what to repeat.
Okay.
Hairstyling and everything. But I don't know what's on my
Okay.
yeah.
So like you go junior and you actually brought medals to school?
Hey man, yeah, that's actually the lifestyle I was living. Medals, certificates, accolades and everything. Primary, it wasn't an easy score. There was a whole lot happening.
That's why I jumped to
junior school. Junior school, what I received was a lot of formal certification for participating more drumming, and stuff like that. And then in senior school, now that's when I got in my medals. In athletics, that's when I got in my medals in a lot of gymnastics, a lot of medals in gymnastics, and some junior achievement Botswana. You know that business course? Yeah.
Ah, that's dope, man. That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope. Okay, so how was your senior school experience?
Oh, fun and lovely because it was a whole new environment from junior school, and I love adventure. And for me, as somebody who was respected from my junior school, so coming into senior school, I already come in with a name. I was that guy when I was in Form 4. Some of my Form 5s and a large capacity of the school was wanting to know who is Cavin, from Tashata, or that kind of a thing. So it was an easy role because when I participated for campaigns to be in SRC, it was easy.
Okay.
And then I got into SRC, so life was flawless. People loved me. I motivated a lot of people. I remember every Wednesday and Friday I had to give a speech at the assembly.
Man, you were the student.
Yeah.
Okay, man, that's dope, man. That's dope. And then from Form 5, you come to the city for tertiary. And what do we do when we get here?
Okay, fine. Coming into the city, and I don't want to tell you a lie. When I finished my Form 5, I already knew I wanted to do music.
Okay.
Music was always close to my heart. It's something that was ringing a chord all the time when I feel music, I sing. Every time I would sing in the kitchen when I'm cooking, and my parents would always call at me, "Hey, you're making noise," and singing really passionately and loud, man. And I'm not talking about this singing of also the I mean, like, I would just get into the zone and forget that I'm with people and sing really loud.
Okay.
With passion, like I'm performing.
Okay.
Actually, by that time, I saw myself performing. I felt it, and that this is me. I need to be in the stage one day.
Okay.
Wow. So the fire never really died. Even now, when I'm waking up in the morning, I just know I'm an artist.
You just know you're an artist.
So going over to University of Botswana, it was my father's will for me to do a course that is socially acceptable.
Yeah, no, for real. That's how our African parents are, man.
Yeah.
They always want us to do things the corporate way.
Yeah, the corporate way and the acceptable way socially.
Yeah.
So I did that course in BSc for civil engineering. I did the first year, did well.
Okay.
That's when now I took transfer and went for Limpopo. And tell you, when I was in UB, at the same time I was performing for karaoke nights in Mahalape and Gaborone Ozone Club. Like every weekend is either Gile Mahalape, Gile perform and karaoke, or Gile Gaborone that's my perform. Come back around 3 a.m. and Pakalaka 6 I have a presentation. That's how I used to juggle my life in my first year.
So why the switch from UB to Lincoln?
Because UB was too theoretical for my liking as an artist, and I could now see that UB has nothing for me to harvest in terms of feeding my soul as a creative. I wanted an environment around me that I can feed the energy of art. So I sat around Limcoas, the School of Creativity and Innovative Art. So that,
shout out Limco. You all know that's my
yeah.
That's the reason why we're able to be doing this right now.
Yeah.
It's because of Limco, man. Shout out. Class of
That's
2015, you know what it is.
Yeah, boy.
Anyway, man, that's dope stuff, man. That's dope stuff. So, which course did you change to when you got to Limco?
The funny thing. So when I was switching to Limco, in my head, I wasn't going to Limco because I wanted to school. When I left UB, actually, I cut my tie with my school. But I cut the whole bond between me and school. Like, that was me saying, I don't want this.
I don't want this.
Yeah. So going to Limco was a backup because already then I was seeing an opportunity for me to jump on my star. So I was just buying time, getting allowance so that I can support myself. So and luckily I got connection, and that is what I went for. Connection. I didn't go to Limco for schooling because in Limco I didn't attend class at all. Until you pass like my 90% in all my tests.
No certain.
Make it certain.
Which course?
I was doing multimedia first semester.
Dog, because
So
then
it's
I initially wanted,
Yeah.
dog, and they didn't take me for it. They took me for journalism and media instead. But anyway, we're still out here.
Yeah.
That's good.
So it's more like first year at the. So it was something that I did in UB, so it wasn't really hard. So I didn't attend. I was spending time in
Connect.
actually in art, always around art, school community performing, school community doing hip hop battles, hip hop sci-fis. In the studio most of the time with QB or Who, and then the big bro Samba T. I don't know if you get the big bro Samba T, the great hip hop artist. Yeah, so that was my lifestyle in Limco. Limco, they knew Cavin Lari, the artist, the guy who always sings and raps.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
that is the idea.
That is the idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, no, since you're here talking too much about creativity, art, what? Tell me about your creative journey, bruh.
Oh yes.
How has it been ever since you really started, that time when you decided that you be that, you know what? I'm stopping this, I'm focusing in my creatives. How has it been since then?
It was scary, but when I jumped on it, it became fast. Immediately when I hopped on UB, out of UB into Limco, I went straight to my star. My passion grew even further because I was surrounded by fellow creatives. Immediately, I got in connections. I jumped into Mr. Gaborone pageant, whereby now it is Mr. Ideal Botswana. So it was a national pageant. It was scouting for men who can be role models. Yes, for the whole entire board to support, to represent. Yes, so it was a private audition whereby people who were known by the system in modeling were invited from different various places around Botswana. Who are criterion fit. So those guys, and then they thought I had a beautiful cut, and then they were like, my guy, we think you are.
You didn't even go to them, they came to you?
Yes. Like it was a private auditions, not the ones. So people were invited to come. So it was an audition, it was Friday, the audition was tomorrow. So that chick was like, the audition you get 200 pula, and you come at 7, and I think you will nail it. I'm one of the organizers, but when I look at you like this, you're the best.
You're the best.
And I will never forget her. She's a plus size model.
That's dope, man. That's dope. And how did you do in the competition?
And then
my star.
My star top 20, I dropped out the very same year, which was 2016 towards December, right? And then I was enrolled in Mr. Gaborone. I did well in the auditions. Going through boot camp at Mr. Gaborone now in 2017 January. All the way 2017 January, February, March. It was boot camp. At Mr. Gaborone all the way 3 months. Boot camp. It was all about Mr. Gaborone for me. It was all about modeling for me by that time, because I could see the picture. But if I can win this, I'll make a name for myself so that I can give the people the music inside me. The idea has never been modeling.
The bigger picture was music.
It's always music. I'm an artist.
Modeling is just propelling you to the... Alright. And you actually beat the people who you were competing with?
And I beat the people who I was competing with. I won April, I remember. I did 2 April, it was the following day. And then, that was beautiful, that was magic. I thought I made it actually. Because, I thought I made it. Nigisi propaganda about industry.
Hey, that's dope, bruh. Okay. And then from Mr. Gaborone, what happened?
Okay, fine. Since the industry of Botswana is in the association, is in a foundation, I had to hustle my way throughout the propaganda to be exploited by people then and I get exploited about my life. You feel what I say? Until I fall into the right people's hands. I remember now I got an opportunity to go to Nigeria. By that time, man, it was hard for me. Believe me, I went to Nigeria. In my time, I was low. I didn't have any cent on me.
Nigeria was the main competitions.
The
whole Africa.
It was the main competition for the whole Africa to represent. Now, check. I was invited. Me being invited, by that time, I didn't get any money for my crown.
Oh shit.
Once one. And I was invited. Eventually it means that I was representing the country and I'm yet broke.
Yes. Wait, didn't you go to the people? Obviously they knew that you were invited.
They ditched me by that time.
Whoa.
That's the propaganda I'm talking about.
Hey guys, nah man. Y'all are crippling the creatives, man. Stop that. Anyway, yeah, so you went to Nigeria on your own expenses.
I would like to give a shout out to some people, Baban to City. There's this other amazing lady, lovely man. I still wonder what I can do for the lady. Ubidwa Motepiwa. I would like to say a big shout out to her. That's the person who saw it in me, who saw the fire and then assisted me with a lot.
Okay.
And then I managed to go to Niger. Nigeria akitsana kwa niripusha di visa tsa rona mo Botswana ba kana ka visa media. I think that was part of the sabotage propaganda, you know. Visa me na dia bra. Mo no gore boot camp ya thing in 2 weeks. And in pageant you don't win if or be in top 10 if you're not in the boot camp. Good boot camp is the competition.
It's the competition. I
arrived there a day before the competition. Actually, the day of the competition at 2 a.m. in Nigeria.
So you missed most of the boot camp?
I missed the competition, most of it. I arrived almost to the final.
And how did you do?
I took first run up, second run, I took third run up.
Third run
Yeah.
Some of the things.
Yeah.
But you are deep, bro.
Yeah.
You are deep.
So, and then I saw that as a motivation for me that I can do really a lot once I'm here.
I remember you came back with a medal right now.
Yeah. Adding on to what I always had before.
What was the title of the medal?
Oh, that was Beach Body of Africa. Award. It was actually given to the man who had the most sexiest body of that time.
Shout out to the lady in Lincoln who
came out to me about the body.
Yeah.
And then that's when I saw, she's right about the body. Because there were huge niggas, tall, twice my size,
with all the muscles and
big muscles.
Yeah.
But when the judges were given this, they were like, don't you see perfect cut and size for garment? And that's when I realized that everything works with criteria.
Okay. That's dope stuff, man. That's dope stuff. And then you came back to Boss, obviously. So music-wise, man, where are we, my G?
Yeah. And I came back to Boston to the propaganda again. So
ain't too much propaganda in the city.
So back into Gaps now. I'm well established. People wanna work with me because of the hard work that I put to establish myself, right? Photographers, a lot of radios interviews, a lot of television interviews came to me. A lot of papers, all of the papers, magazines and all the stuff. I go into interviews. People want interviews with me.
Okay.
A lot of exposure.
Yeah.
It helped me. Now people wanna work with me, even those who have resources. So it now helped me and put me into the music industry. That's why now I started meet this guy's Bamakau Arasibinjolo.
Sibinjolo.
Shayana Sibinjolo Toro. Yeah, this is shout out Tirotebe, shout out Resejo, shout out Bakam Pele, you're my niggas.
They really kept us moving with that music, man.
Yeah, all the time. They're all-time best creatives. They're the best in BW, that's all I can say.
Would we say that they're the first people to incorporate comedy and
music? Yeah, they're the first people. Yeah, true. Definitely, they're the first people to incorporate comedy and music. Yeah, shout out Bagao Music. Shout out Bagao Music.
Okay.
So those guys, when I met them, I was doing rap music.
Oh no, the cheat.
Nigga like chat, like all I can say, my mom is a bukete. That's quite a one.
Because you know, imagine, you know, to be enjoying what was trying
yeah.
You know.
So, Marika, only shake. They kept on with my vibe. They thought I was good even like that. Took me into studio, I guess another studio, the producer riding tenor down, but they never gave up on me. Up to a point they know now, Tirotebe is a producer in the Makawakas Vinjoloku. He's the one that makes the beats and everything. He comes up with the concepts of the music.
Okay.
So Tirotebe that when I'm on Setswana, you are somebody who should sing real Setswana lyrics.
Okay.
The thing that somebody told me a year before I met those guys.
I was with you.
Yeah. But when you're a Setswana guy, man, you know this thing, leave that out.
Yeah.
So that guy bantar, we are beating right now. Think of what to say. Man, then Tirotebe said one line.
Okay.
Pina thing in and I think in Ibidua, I didn't know. It's still gonna be on my upcoming album. Maybe I'm going fast forward.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Macau pushed me into the music industry. That's why now I met other niggas through Macau. Yeah, niggas like Bo Mendizi, and then through Mendizi, shout out Mendizi in G West. Yeah. And then I met Hurricane DJ Hurricane BW, shout out to him. All over I edify album. I'm working on it right now.
Okay.
Still deciding is it an album or should I drop an EP?
EP first.
Yeah.
I know how you make your decisions, don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you met with Hurricane.
Then
you've worked with Hurricane.
I've worked with Hurricane, man.
Actually,
4 songs on this upcoming EP or album. I don't know, not yet to decide.
Hurricane is popping right now.
Yeah, doing big moves.
For you to be working with him, hey, bro, that's dope stuff.
Yeah.
We're waiting for that album.
True, and it's fire.
You wanna give us dates or something? When to expect?
Okay, man, no dates, no nothing. Actually, I popped out a beanie, or I shouldn't have popped out. Yeah. But all I can say is that the album is gonna be fire. BW, Cavin Lari, Kevin Wanpula. I'm gonna be giving you a whole new life experience about music and creativity.
Okay.
Let's Kalawara, just listen up.
Okay.
Keep your eyes wide open. I'll be mixing Afro pop, piano mote, jazz element mote, poetry mote, just a whole diverse Afro mote, music you, wow, the legendary Viman PC, Baranagi House Kwasa. Good stuff.
Wow,
man. Yeah.
So it's a broad project. It has everything that one may need.
Yeah.
Okay. That's dope stuff, man. And guys, speaking of creativity, man, this guy is crazy. Let me see that bag you holding.
Oh.
Guys, look at this. This man came up here and told me that he made this shit for himself, man. Handcrafted this whole
handcraft VW. It's all about creativity. Everything that we do should be in it. I made this bag.
How did you make this, man?
What can I say? Actually, this came just an ideology for okay, fine, I need a bag. What can I do? What material do I have? I didn't even draw or sketch this. I didn't measure or anything.
Wow,
I just cut the fabric and add it up together.
You just cut what's the fabric?
The same way I do my music, I don't write. I just cut the lyrics and lay on the beat.
And what's this leather? I can see the gin.
Traditional. This one Kiletalo, and then we give you Salijini. It was actually to show our cultural diversity in the way in which we can fit our cultural taste with the modern taste in the social one. Yeah.
And you didn't even plan or sketch anything.
Would I?
No, that's dope, man. That's dope.
Would I? It's just by the love of art. So like I said, when Umpota Khantele, it's not about who driven me. It comes from inside. It's more like a gift that gotten from lineage of ancestral down low.
When you came through, I was about to ask you, hey man, there's a dope bag, where did you get this?
Yeah.
And when I heard you say it, I was like, whoa, man.
Yeah.
You're dope, man.
Thanks,
I'm finna lie, man.
Thanks, man.
You're dope.
Thanks, man.
Alright, man. Alright.
Yeah.
Any love life?
Yeah, love life, yeah, something going on. I like keeping it
Private though?
not private, on the low. I don't like being proud about my love life because I understand that for you to get a soulmate is from God's choice. It's God's love for you. God loved me that much to give me somebody to love me. On top.
Okay.
So if I boast, it will be something different.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that's dope, man. That's dope, man. I really like this. So tell me, dog. I usually want to end it with something crazy, man. Because about to end this, we don't take forever. We know that we respect your time back at home, so we won't take forever. Tell me, my nigga, what's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you, man?
The most embarrassing
when you feel like what's going on right now?
the most embarrassing thing?
Yeah.
Hey, bruh.
Mm.
Actually, I don't wanna lie. I don't get embarrassed by situations. So
No. Every human being has that one thing or that one time.
Never, man. I've never been embarrassed.
Kevin.
But rather, okay, fine. I cannot get any situation that has taken me off. But disappointed? Yes,
Okay.
I've been.
Okay, let's say disappointed. Since you don't want to give me any embarrassing thing, which I don't believe you.
Okay, disappointed.
Mm.
I got disappointed by the time I got chased out of home by my father.
Ish.
Yeah, that's the time I got disappointed.
Excellent.
And that's when I finished Form 5. It's a point that we missed because I don't really like talking about it. So that was the biggest disappointment of my life.
Anyway, yeah. We're here, man. You're still out here. You're doing your thing.
Yeah.
So that's dope stuff, man. That's dope. Anyway, guys, that was the chit chat.
Yeah.
And we just finished our first ever episode, guys. I'm so honored, my G. Like for real, you don't understand, man.
No.
This is like dope, man.
Yeah.
It's dope for you to give me the chance to interview you.
Yeah.
Honoring the invite.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a nobody, man. I'm just a regular nigga in the street, and for you to come through.
No. This is love. It's for love. BW creatives.
We're all about BW, pushing BW, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Thank you, and thank you for the 50 people who actually checked out my trial video that I put up on YouTube, man. You guys are wonderful. I hope you can check this out as well. And let's run it up, man. Let's run it up. Thank you guys for your time, for tuning. If you tuned in to this point, like the last point, I appreciate you. I love you. Peace out. Gang. It is what it is. You know what it is.
Yeah.